Brandon Woodruff coming off a dominant year with the Milwaukee Brewers, his 6th year in the big league, 6th year with the Brew Crew, 2-time All-Star, seems to get better and better all the time. He's always very generous with his time with us and joins us from Maryvale to talk spring training baseball. Brandon, good morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
We're doing okay. Is it cold out there still in the Cactus League? Everybody we talk to is wrapped up in sweatshirts.
Yeah, I think, I'm in a pair of shorts this morning, so you just got to tough it out. But I think after today, it's going to be pretty good. So we should be back in the 70s here in no time.
Yeah, them old country boys from Mississippi, they just work it out, don't they, Woody?
Look, man, you just got to get out there and do it, man.
Yeah, good to see you, pal. Hey, this is what I want to know. Did you and Corbin, were y'all blowing up Matt Arnold's phone, getting Wade Miley over there with you boys? And how's it been having him around?
Let me tell you, man, it's been great. And first off, we missed you at the fishing tournament this year.
I know it. How many fish did you catch?
We had another great year, so we caught way more than last year. So no, we had a good time, but hope to see you in the future. But no, Wade called me and told me that the Brewers were checking in on him, and so it got me a little excited. And I kept my mouth shut until something got done. But man, Wade is a great guy, a great pitcher, and for somebody who can stick around this long and pitch for this long, obviously he knows what he's doing, and he's a great clubhouse guy. So definitely a big pickup for us.
Hey, just before we get any farther in this interview, can you guys in the control room lay some banjo music down under this with Jake and Brandon going back and forth at each other? I think it would really add to the feel here. Hey, Brandon, I want to ask you about pitching at home, man. I know we've talked about this in the past, but yeah. American Family Field seems to be an extremely comfortable place for you. Is it coincidence, or do you, in fact, like the mound and the feel at home?
I've been fortunate and lucky to be in one spot for my career this whole time, and I think it's just a comfort level where I know what my day is going to look like on a start day. I know my walk to the clubhouse. I know my routine getting ready. I know what it looks like walking out to the bullpen and just warming up, and I know exactly what the mound's going to feel like. So I think all of that plays a factor into it, and I honestly really didn't realize the splits that were that much better at home than they are on the road. But it's just a comfort factor. I think has a lot to play with it.
Woody, tell me this, man. Y'all had a great year. You personally had a great year, but just fell a little bit short. What have you seen in camp this year with this new group, or what's the talk around camp that makes you believe you guys get it done?
Man, I think it's putting the right folks in the room, and I think our front office has done that so far. It seems, so far the guys are meshing together real well. And you know what, when you miss the playoffs by a game, you look back during the season and you're like, man, we should have won this game, we could have won this game, and you kind of beat yourself up that way. But we've had a good attitude this spring, knowing that. We've got some good pieces, and when it comes together, I think we got a really good ball club, and that makes us a little bit more hungry to get out there and really compete and try to make the playoffs. And because it's we were fortunate enough to go 4 years there in a row, and then you miss it by a game 1 year, and it doesn't feel right. So we're trying to work hard and have a good camp and break camp in a good spot, and try to go out there and get in the playoffs again.
Hey, let's talk about the pitch clock a little bit, Brandon, because we want to straw poll kind of every pitcher we talk to about the new rules. How's the adjustment been? What kind of things are you working on in the spring?
I've had a couple experiences with it so far. I threw a simulated game the other day, and it's the windup. I think is the 15 seconds can kind of creep up on you. If you shake one time, I think you're okay. If you shake twice, that's where the clock starts getting down, and you don't get any step offs for the reset. So stretch a little bit different. You got the extra 5 seconds, which makes a difference. But I know I've seen Corbin just use the pitch comm on his glove the other day or yesterday, and I saw I think I saw where Scherzer was doing it. I think that's very beneficial for the windup. But you know what? I think we're going to get used to it. As you've seen, I think the games are moving at a better pace, and it's it's just something I think in a month in we'll look up and we'll be used to it. And you know what? If we can pop a 2.5-hour game out, that's more time at home with the family, and I think every baseball guy will enjoy that.
No doubt.
Brandon, have you thrown to William Contreras yet? Tell us what you say to a new catcher and what it's like developing new chemistry with a guy you're going to go to battle with all year.
Yeah, I think it's just from day one he caught my first couple of bullpens when I came here, and it's just putting your arm around him and letting him know that we'll get everything figured out and get on the same page. And it's just loving one another, man. That pitcher-catcher relationship is huge, and you know, I feel like over the last few years we've had some catchers, you know, rotating in and out here, and it's just going and talking to the guys. It's nothing crazy. Just getting to know getting to know each other, and just going out there and having that trust in him, and you know, whatever he calls, we've already game planned for, and we've talked about setups and how I like to pitch, and just simple stuff. But man, just honestly, just sitting down and getting to know each other, you know, very well, and you know that helps a lot once you get out onto the mound. But he's been great. I think he's going to be really good, and obviously behind the dish he's really good, and offensively he's going to be great. So I think we got, you know, some great catchers with Vic coming back, and he knows a lot of the guys pretty well. So looking forward to a good year.
Hey, a couple years ago, I guess a few years ago now, Brandon, when Chris Hook got together with Corbin and they added that cutter, and it kind of unlocked him, put him in another stratosphere. There were people that considered him a sleeper when he won the Cy Young Award because he snuck up on some folks that aren't real close to the team. Is there somebody on the staff who you've seen a change in, who's added a new weapon, who's come out looking sharp? I mean, give us a little scouting report on who you think could be that next guy to step up.
Man, I tell you what, I think I just watched a couple bullpens yesterday with Freddie and Lauer, and I know Hauser had a good outing the other day, and then you got Steady Wade. So I tell you, another guy too is Ashby, who's battling some shoulder issues right now, but I think he's doing great in his rehab, and he's a guy that's got some really good stuff. But you know what, watching Freddie yesterday and how he was making adjustments with his fastball from the last time he pitched to his bullpen, and just seeing his stuff up close, and I've gotten to see it for a long time, but yesterday, man, it was probably the best bullpen I've ever seen. So if he comes out firing like that, it's not going to be a surprise, but because he's done it before and he's a great pitcher, but he could have a monster year.
Awesome, man. Hey, we appreciate the time, Brandon. Best to you this year as always, and look forward to visiting with you again when the season starts.
Yep, sounds good. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.